This is the OXS Thunder Duo X. It's a desktop speaker system with a piece that sits behind your head, which honestly completely changes gaming, entertainment, movie watching experience at a desktop. I seriously don't think I can go back from this. Special thanks to OXS for sponsoring today's video and sending this out for review. If you'd like to check it out for yourself, there will be links in the description and we will try to get you all a discount code. So big picture, why should you care? So the pitch here is true Dolby Atmos at your desk. 5.1.2 channel system with spatial sound. At the top of these speakers, there are sky channel drivers that fire sound upward, so effects come from above you. And behind you, there's the detachable speaker, and it wraps around your neck for real surround sound. Overhead and behind, while sitting at your desk. There's no cables running across your room, there's no overhead speakers. It's these two speakers here and then one behind your neck. And a really cool thing, which I'll kind of get into here in a minute about these speakers, is it kind of gives you a headphone-esque experience without wearing a headphone, even as it pertains to other people in the room. And it's just so sick how you get real positional audio, especially if you're playing those types of games where hearing sounds from different spaces and areas can be the difference between winning a game and losing a game. If you know, you know. And all of this is just something normal desktop speakers can't do. So as always, let's talk about the form to get started. The build quality here is solid. It doesn't feel like a cheap plastic speaker or toy or something that's sitting on your desk. I love the design language here. There's a sort of slanted approach to the speaker. There's this glassy, I mean, it's plastic, but a glass, sort of wavy glass kind of look on the front, which I think is fantastic, especially how the lights come through. I'm not a huge RGB fan. I have them running here just so you can get an idea of what it can do. I usually leave it on white, but I do like the different motions and stuff, and you can have it react to the sound coming through the speakers as well, which is fantastic. The neck piece is super comfortable. It's honestly, it's not like a fabric, it's kind of like this rubbery kind of feel, but it feels way better than maybe you would think that would feel. It's super comfortable to sit right around your neck, and obviously again it's putting speakers right here, which is just fantastic for that surround sound. But let's dive into the functionality here because that matters just as much as the way this thing looks. The immersion, okay, I was playing 007 First Light and I was outside in a windy area, and it literally sounded like I was in a wind tunnel. I felt like I was there in the game, and there have been times I've been playing here at the studio where my back is to the door and something happens in the game and I turn around because I think Mike has come in, my office mate, to like make a coffee or something. It just sounds like you're really in it, and sounds behind you are like, oh snap, I need to look over my shoulder because it just feels so real. It has been blowing my mind, and it just adds more than maybe you would even think to a game or a movie or heck, a YouTube video. That aside, like the experience and the immersion that you feel, which is the huge seller here, the speakers here are directional in a way. So yesterday I had my buddy Hunter sit down and play while I sort of walked around the room, and it fires, like these speakers fire at a certain angle, and so does this sort of surround sound. So unless you're sitting in the chair, the sound out here when you're walking around is not very loud, but if you're sitting in the chair, you can turn it up pretty loud because one, you have these speakers right next to your ears, and two, these fire straight at you. So positioning matters here, but I guess the point here is you have this like pod of sound. Like even though there are speakers blasting sound into the room, it's this little, I don't know, dome of sound that you get experiencing it, that even when Mike is in here making a coffee or something, it's not super loud. It's not gonna blow him out of the office while he's in there trying to work or even have a meeting. It's just, it's this really interesting thing that happens where you can be in the seat, fully immersed, but everyone else in the room is like barely hearing the audio. Now what's cool is there's actually 4 different listening modes. You have game, movie, music, and studio. So depending on what you're doing, you could be playing a game, you could be watching some sort of Christopher Nolan film and hearing that huge soundtrack all around you. You could be working on music, you could be listening to music, and each mode does present something different. And I think movie mode is actually what sort of surprised me the most. As I mentioned before, it's Dolby Atmos certified, and like when you turn it on, it genuinely turns this little sound pod into like a full movie theater sound experience. The sound opens up over top of you, behind you, in front of you, to the side of you. Dialogue stays clear, and if I'm ever on a lunch break here and I want to watch like House of the Dragon or something like that, this is going to be the place that I do it. To me, the sound quality is fantastic, and like I said, the experience of it being fully immersive I think is what matters most here, and sound quality does play into that. If you have cheap sounds coming out of it, it's not going to be immersive, but I have found this to be really impressive. And even the little headpiece here that sits behind your neck and shoots sound that way, that quality is good as well, especially for those like small, tiny sounds of like footsteps during a video game, or maybe there's people babbling in a bar in a TV show and you're getting that full experience. It's real enough. Comes through clear, full. It's honestly impressive. All right, so around back here, you do get a full spread of ports. You have HDMI 2.1 with 4K 120 Hertz, USB-C, optical, and Bluetooth 5.3. So this isn't just a PC thing. It works with PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, your TV, whatever you've got. Setup is genuinely painless, and it does come with a little tiny remote here, which is helpful as well if you need to, you know, have a tactile experience. But there's also buttons on top as well that you can use. They're like touch sensitive button areas. But I've had no problems with connecting this to really anything around the studio. So one thing that OXS did want me to point out is the app that you can actually download for Windows. So you plug in over USB-C for control while your HDMI keeps handling the actual sound. So setup is painless here. But inside you can build your own EQ, set the volume on each channel independently, including what the rear neck channel hears, and dial it in exactly how you want it to feel. You can also control obviously lighting and the static color, effects that move, a mode that actually reads your screen, which is super exciting because the colors showing here can actually mirror what your screen is showing, which is such a cool feature. It sort of extends your display outward a little bit, and it saves your profile straight to the device. So those settings can follow your speakers wherever you move them. If you move them to the house, if you move them to a coffee shop. I always use coffee shops in these videos as examples, so why not? Take these speakers to a coffee shop. I will say that the app is Windows only, so you do have to have a Windows PC for this to work, but the Mac and mobile versions are in the works. So who's this for? Honestly, I feel like anyone who works at a desk and needs good quality sound, anyone who likes taking those gaming breaks, anyone who has a sort of gaming setup area, anyone who wants an immersive experience while watching movies. It's really for anyone and everyone who just want to be fully immersed in the entertainment that they're experiencing. If you're a big movie watcher and you can't be using like your home TV projector entertainment system, this sort of brings a piece of that to the desktop experience. And again, I think it's great if you share a space like I do here with Mike. It doesn't fill the room with sound. It's very sort of directional to where the immediate viewer is sitting. So yeah, I love the build quality. I love the quality of the sound. I love more than anything the immersive experience while using the headpiece and the sort of pod of sound that this creates. It's a premium product, and I think it's definitely worth it. I'm gonna continue to play around with it and use it while gaming or watching a TV show on lunch break kind of thing. But let me know if you have any other questions, and if you'd like to check again the website out, you can down below. And again, special thanks to OXS for sponsoring today's video and for sending these along. I'm really pumped on these, so thank you. That's gonna do it for this video. Please feel free to subscribe if you're new, like this video for more like it, hype it up if you would. And I wanna mention that I have a side project called Form and Function, where we interview founders of tech forward, really just any beautiful products. And that's gonna be coming out as a quarterly magazine. You can sign up for the newsletter for free, or check out the quarterly magazine, which should hopefully start shipping mid-month, late month, this month. So check out the link in the description for more details on that. Watch that video next. I think you're gonna love it, and we'll see you all in the next one.